I wanted to spend a few minutes to talk with you about the debt and spending. We all have heard about what's going on in Europe with Greece and Portugal now, and also Spain and maybe Italy to follow, in terms of the fact that their governments have gotten so big that they can't handle their debt. That in fact the amount of debt they have to the amount of product that they produce, which is called the debt to GDP ratio, is above 100%. Right now, the United States is at 92% of its GDP in terms of debt. We owe $42,000 for every man, woman, and child we've borrowed, which means we're paying interest on that every day. That's going to double in the next 5 years. For our kids, that means $84,000 5 years from now. Every man, woman, and child. And if you just take the children, by the year 2020, each of them will have over $200,000 in debt that they're going to have to carry the interest on before we do any function of government, and they're going to have to be responsible to pay that back. We've heard that Moody's has cautioned America that if we don't start becoming more austere, start living within our means, that our bond ratings, the very things that happened to Greece and are happening to Portugal now, will be lowered. What does that mean to us? That means that the cost of the debt that we have outstanding today, which is over $13,200 billion, will end up being more expensive. The interest rates will rise. Consequently, the cost of interest will take away from other things that we necessarily have to do. I think it's important that we look into the future and say, do we really want this to happen? Do we want somebody else to be dictating to us the cuts and choices that we have to make to live within our means? You know, it wasn't long ago that one of the senators explained to me what $1 trillion is, and knowing that we have over $13 trillion worth of debts. If you take $1 trillion in seconds, it's 31,709 years. $1 trillion worth of seconds. We have 13.2 times that in terms of debt. So if you spend $1 a second, it would take you 31,000 years to spend $1 trillion. It's unsustainable what we're doing. What we need is your help to make sure we continue to fight and send the message back to Washington that Americans get it, Oklahomans for sure get it, and that it's time for us to live within your means. Until we see you next time, God bless you.